Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got just an absolutely ridiculous show in store for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let us just go ahead and get into this story here. As you guys know, Kawhi Leonard at one point in time was my favorite player in the NBA. Reminded me a lot of Kobe and some of Jordan with his play style. And when he went on that historic run for the Toronto Raptors, he made a lot of people believers of him. But ever since his campaign with the Toronto Raptors, it's just been one disappointment after the other. At the end of that championship, he then decided to go sign with the Clippers. Looking back in hindsight, I think that was a mistake. I think he should have stayed one extra year in Toronto, try to run it back, and then ultimately leave. But nevertheless, he decided to go sign with the Clippers. At the time that he did this, he was the hottest thing in basketball in terms of a free agent. And then he shook up the entire NBA community by finding a way to get Paul George to go alongside with him. And that season, I was amongst the people, me here, that said that the Clippers are going to win the NBA championship. And they seem to be on their way. They got to the second round against the Denver Nuggets. They got up 3-1, and they blew a 3-1 lead. Choked it all away. Another Doc Rivers special, right? And Kawhi Leonard played exceptionally all throughout that series until the final game of the series, which was Game 7, where he had a bad game. Paul George, on the other hand, was playing terribly all throughout that series. And what ended up happening was Kawhi was saving their bacon all those games. And then something happened where the night they couldn't afford is when both of those guys had a bad game. And Paul George had a bad game. Then Kawhi had a bad game. And that was all she wrote. And then they lost. Ever since then, it has been nothing but total disappointment with Kawhi Leonard. In his, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons with the Clippers. Let's go through the games played. 57, 52. He missed an entire year. 52 again. Last year, 68. What's even more alarming are his playoff games played. 13, 11, missed the playoff, 2 and 2. Just a total disaster. If you notice, I haven't been making any Clippers content because there's not a damn thing to say about the Clippers, right? Westbrook is gone. Paul George is gone. But then what happened? I was going through the internet and I came across an article from ClippersHolic.com. And it had the following headline. Clippers insiders puts an end to Kawhi Leonard injury rumors. And I was like, oh, good Lord. Here we go again. Let's get into this article. It says, we know how discussions tend to go when they're focused around Kawhi Leonard and his health. There has always been such paranoia around the LA Clippers' best player, with fans constantly trying to get insider info on what is going on with Kawhi's well-being. Well, they just got that on Friday afternoon. After a Chinese account on X that was supposedly one of Leonard's agents put out a post saying, might be some bad news regarding Kawhi Leonard's health, it understandably sent the fan base into a frenzy. Thankfully, Clippers insider Law Murray stepped in to provide some clarity. Law Murray wrote, sources close to Kawhi says Kawhi is fine. Also, it's 76 and mostly cloudy in LA today. Check back next week. That's what this tweet had to say. I want to read what some people said under the tweet. One person said, nice. Another person put up a laughing emoji. Another person said, in other words, you texted Ty Lue. Another person said, we've been here before. And it just kept on going on and on and on. What are my thoughts about this? As someone that's supported Kawhi Leonard for God knows how many years now, as someone that's tried to support the Clippers for God knows how many years now, I don't want to hear nothing about Kawhi Leonard's injury status. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to know what's going on. I'm not interested in what's going on. Honestly, I think the Clippers' best solution at this point with Kawhi Leonard, and I'm serious, just sit him onto the playoffs. Sit him onto the playoff, or sit him until like the last month of the season so he can play, get some reps in, and then play him. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but it's not. Do you know why? Because they've tried everything with Kawhi. They've tried load managing him. That didn't work. They've tried ramping him up. Last year, he played, 68 games. Then he broke down at the end of the season. That didn't work. So what do we have left? Don't play him at all. That way, we can guarantee he doesn't get injured at all. Because there's no way he's going to get injured if he doesn't play. Because now we've come to the point with Kawhi and the Clippers where the only thing that matters at this particular point, especially from the Clippers, from an investment standpoint, is like, well, can I just see Kawhi make it through one playoff run completely? The last time the Clippers had a healthy Kawhi Leonard was in the 2020 season, and that has been it. 4 consecutive years, it has just been absolute disappointment. Total disappointment. So to hear these reports about, oh, Kawhi Leonard is healthy and all, we've been here. Now, I read something, I forgot where I read it, about a few weeks ago where Ty Lue says he can't wait to prove people wrong this season with the Clippers. You know what? I don't care. I just don't care. Now, they lost Paul George. I'm happy that Paul George went because I thought they needed to break up that core. Russell Westbrook is now a Denver Nugget. I'm happy that Russell Westbrook is gone. But to say that I'm excited about the Clippers, I'm not. I'm just going to watch. And I think if you're a Clipper fan, you should just watch as well. Just watch. We've done various shows about various projections, soft projections coming into the season. Have you ever heard me mention the Clippers in the top 4, top 5? Have you heard me talk about it? Of course not. Of course not. Why would I mention the Clippers when I don't know what the hell is going to go on with their stars over teams that at least we know that their players are going to be there? We have the Dallas Mavericks, we have the Denver Nuggets, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, we have John Morant and these guys coming back. Hell, we've had the Lakers. At least we have more certainty surrounding the Lakers than we do Kawhi Leonard. So look, my position on this is crystal clear. The Clippers have a new arena called the Intuitive Dome or whatever it is. Major investment, probably going to be the marquee arena in the NBA this entire season. So they have a lot of invested in it. I remember Steve Ballmer saying he would have loved to go to that new arena with a championship trophy. That didn't happen. To me, what I think the approach should be is Clippers should go out there, play their games, go through their drama like every other team. When we get to the playoffs, if they even make it to the playoffs, then we should consider talking about them. It's to the point where you can't even get excited about the Clippers, even if they start doing well. Do you know why? Because if you get excited about them, you know at the back of your mind at any moment, something may go wrong. It has been the case for the last 5 years. And at this point, I don't see it being any different. You can call me a skeptic. I'm calling it being a realist. And I'm calling it I am tired. I'm tired. Like 5 years, I'm tired. Most people don't stay in bad marriages for 3 years, let alone 5 years. And I'm staying in this one. No. I'm tired. Please, let me rest. If you guys, some of y'all want to go through the emotional roller coaster, have at it. Let me rest this season. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you guys on the next show.